Stones and the ice dialects.
JM2Official, what's good with you, bro?
What's good, man? How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm alright, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice day out here. You know what I mean? Good day for an interview. So I'm feeling good.
I hear that. So tell the viewers who you are and where you come from, bro, and what you do.
Alright, well, like you said, I'm JM2Official. You know what I'm saying? That's Josh Mitchell 2 Official for short, really. And I'm an artist, rap, produce, songwrite, engineer. I do a little bit of everything, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I'm a one-man show right now, but yeah. I'm from Maryland, and yeah, I've been doing my thing for a minute, just trying to get the name a little bigger and expand. You know what I'm saying?
When did you start rapping? When did you start all of this?
Like 7 years ago. Yeah, I've been doing it for a little bit. That's when I kind of started taking it seriously. I was like in college, so I mean, ever since then, I just been kind of just learning more, expanding, trying to just sharpen my craft. You know what I'm saying? Get better with the marketing side. So I say in total about 7 years.
7 years strong.
Yeah.
But how did you start? What's the story behind it?
Really, I started rapping like in high school, you know what I'm saying, like around like my senior year. Really, it just kind of started out of boredom. I didn't really have a whole lot going on. I used to be in the sports real heavy. Then I got cut from the basketball teams. I was kind of like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What am I gonna do now? And music, I always had a passion for music, and I kind of just started writing in my free time. And honestly, like the real reason, like, I transferred to a new school, you know what I'm saying? I went to like a private school, 9th and 10th grade. Then I transferred to another school, 11th and 12th grade. And when I went to the public school, I ain't have no friends like that, you know what I'm saying? So that was a big reason why I started doing music, because I'd be sitting at the lunch table by myself, and I hated that shit. So I would just start creeping off and write rhymes like in my car and shit. And that's kind of really how it started. Like that's like the less cool answer, but that's the real answer, honestly. Like,
It's official.
It's real, man.
So let's talk about this music. Let's talk about that mixtape, Healthy Conscious. Tell the viewers, give them a little insight on it.
Okay. Well, Healthy Conscious, that's my latest project. You know what I'm saying? I put that out in, I think like March when I dropped that. So we've been kind of pushing that. It's got a single Always, you know what I'm saying? If you see me perform the last few times, I perform that song all the time. People fuck with it. It's like really like a 5-song EP. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's pretty much just kind of telling people, giving people an update of where I'm at right now in my life, you know, new developments and kind of where the music is at. At the same time, I got my other project, Everybody Raps Love Evolved, which I actually put that out last year. That you can find both of those on SoundCloud. Everybody Raps Love Evolved, I actually have it on iTunes as well. So if you have iTunes, look up JM2 Official. You can find it on there. It's on Tidal, Spotify. I got it on all the streaming platforms, really. So yeah, those are pretty much the two projects that I'm pushing right now. So yeah, you know, just trying to keep it moving with those at this time.
What are some of the tracks you recommend the viewers to listen to on each project?
Okay, the Healthy Conscience, definitely Always is like the lead single. Seems to be like the track people gravitate toward the most. I mean, all the songs are hot, I think, you know what I'm saying? But people tend to really like Always. So I'll say listen to that. For the other project, Everybody Raps Love Evolved, I got a song Rolling with the Stones, which a lot of people know about that joint too. If you hear my music, that's like my most popular song. It's got a shitload of plays on SoundCloud because it got posted by a big blog site. People think it's fake. Like, people think the views are fake, you know what I'm saying, because it got so many views, but it's legit. Like, people fuck with that song. It got posted by a big blog and kind of went a little viral. But yeah, so check that out, Rolling with the Stones. You can find it on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, all that. Yeah.
So how you getting your music out there?
Well, basically, you know, doing what everybody else does for the most part. I mean, social media, performing, you know what I'm saying, sending my music to blogs, contacting people, you know, asking to play my music, DJs, just finding different ways to collaborate, you know what I mean. One thing that I do heavy that I don't see a whole lot of other artists doing is passing CDs out. You know, a lot of people think that shit's dead and people don't listen to CDs anymore, but I get a great response passing CDs out. I don't know what niggas talking about, but I get the best response passing CDs out, honestly. Like, people hit me up all the time, like, yo, you gave me a CD at the J. Cole show, it's fire, I'm listening to it on the way home. I'm like, all right, somebody listens to CDs, you know what I'm saying? So those are usually the main ways, you know, either passing my music out, performing, or pushing it online. You know what I'm saying? Usually those are the top three, really.
You say performance, so you've already done a few performances?
Yeah, I performed a bunch of times in the DMV. I mean, I was performing in college. I performed at like UMES Homecoming, you know what I'm saying, a few times. But yeah, in the DMV, I performed at a whole bunch of different open mic showcases and like different showcases. Like I performed at Cafe Asia about 2-3 weeks ago at a showcase. Performed at Vendetta on 8th Street last week. That's how we linked up, you know what I'm saying? Also, I got a show coming up next month that's in New York. That's a real big show, you know what I'm saying? That's July 11th. I've been working with DJ Absolute. He's a DJ over at Shade 45, and they got this yearly showcase that they do. And this year, the winner gets to go on Sway in the Morning and spit a freestyle in an interview. So I'm definitely like trying to go hard for that, because that'll be a great look, you know what I'm saying? Get on that. So that's pretty much what I got going on. I always try to stay performing, you know, as much as possible, keep getting the name out there. You know, that's what's important.
Have you worked with any other DMV artists?
Yeah, I work with a few, you know what I'm saying? Mainly people that I know personally, you know what I'm saying? I went to school with either. Like I got my man Don, you know what I'm saying? He's a producer, singer, rapper, all that. So me and him got a few tracks together. We got a good little vibe. Me and my nigga Provolone just made a track last weekend. We probably put that out real soon. There's a few other artists like, you know, Phil Ade. People might know about him. He just signed with Wale. Every Blue Moon, I think. You know, I got a track with him that I made a few years ago. Uptown XO. Probably a few others I'm not recalling right now. But I mean, I'm definitely trying to collab more. But sometimes it's hard because it's hard to find like the right vibe. You know what I mean? You don't want to just work with anybody. But when the time is right, I do like to collab with other artists. You know.
So how do you choose who you want to work with? Just by vibing with them, or
vibing with them? Like a lot of times, you know, I might meet somebody at a show. A showcase or something, I might see them perform and be like, oh, I fuck with dude, you know what I mean? Afterward, like, exchange information, you know what I mean? Like, usually just ends up, you know, like, if I just like your vibe, you got a good energy, seem like we on the same tip, then, you know, get in the studio, see what happens, you know what I mean? But like I say, it can't happen with everybody, because some people are just like, they on some other shit, and that's fine, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I know what I'm doing, you know what I mean? So I don't want to compromise that too much. But yeah, if I find some people and they seem like-minded, then we can work.
Have you ever had to tell somebody that you don't want to work with them?
All the time. At this point, I kind of like, I learned a way to curve it without, you know, getting in people's feelings, because, you know, rappers be in their feelings. But yeah, sometimes, you know, niggas would be like, oh, let's work, whatever, and I'd be like, oh, well, you know, send me your music, and I'll let you know, hit you back, and then I won't hit them back, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I already know this ain't really working, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna sit here and try to force something, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I ain't no hate. You can get better, you know what I mean? Maybe in the future we can do something, but you know, yeah, you can't work with everybody, man. It's just how it is.
Yeah. What do you think about the DMV scene right now?
I think it's popping, honestly. I mean, some people shit on it, say it's crabs in a bucket, but I think it's popping. I mean, I've been here all my life just about. I remember 10 years ago, there were no rappers from the DMV at all. You know what I'm saying? Now we got Wale, we got Logic. We got, you know, Gold Link, we got Shot Glizzy, you know, JIDK. Like, it's a lot of rappers coming out of here doing their thing. So I think it's really better for the logistics, because the more people that pop from the DMV, the more people are going to pay attention to the other artists, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing. So I think it's on the way up.
So you also produce some of your own music, right?
Yeah, I do. I've been producing music for like maybe about 5 years, you know what I'm saying? I use FL Studio. And that song I was talking about earlier, Rolling with the Stones, I actually produced that, you know what I'm saying? So actually on that project, Everybody Raps Love of All, I produced half the tracks on there, you know what I'm saying? So production is super important, I feel like, to carve out your own sound, especially when they say everybody sounds the same nowadays, you know what I'm saying? When I'm not producing, normally I'm going to like other people for beats or going online, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's important that I can produce my own shit, because sometimes I just hear certain things that I feel like people aren't making. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the main reason why I started producing, you know what I'm saying? To kind of fill in those gaps. So yeah, I really enjoy it.
How'd you start producing, and did someone teach you, or did you have to learn on your own?
My man Don, the nigga I was talking about earlier, yeah, that's my boy from college. And I actually had the software. I had FL for a while and just didn't know how to use that shit. It just seemed so complicated. I was like, man, fuck this, you know what I'm saying? And then I linked up with him, and he was already making beats for a while, and he had the same software. And I just started linking up with him and just watching him make beats. And after watching them all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, I was like, okay, let me, you know, I can go home and do this, you know what I mean? Eventually, like after watching them, I just started picking up on my own, and just from there, just really self-taught after that point. I mean, sometimes I go on YouTube, you know, do tutorials, trying to figure out certain techniques, certain tricks, you know. But yeah, I'm pretty much self-taught, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much how it's been.
And you said your man helped you with that, right?
Yeah, for sure, my nigga Don.
Do a lot of your friends, family, people in your community support what you're doing?
It's kind of, I get mixed reviews here and there. I think all my friends support it. I think with the family, it's kind of like certain people like it, certain people don't. You know what I mean? I come from like a real Christian background, so people don't like the cursing. Why you gotta talk about this? Why you gotta talk about that? You know what I mean? You get all that, but I gotta do me. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no disrespect to them, you know. But yeah, certain people believe in it and support it. Certain people don't. I don't give a fuck either way. I appreciate the support. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, it is what it is. It's life. Not everybody's gonna approve of what you're doing. You gotta keep going. You know.
Do your friends give you honest feedback though, or do they just tell you?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I got people that I know. You know what I'm saying? Who I know I can get the real from. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna tell me straight to my face if it's garbage. It's gonna be like, you need to go back in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know what no artist wants to hear that. You know what I mean? But it's important to have people around that's gonna tell you that, instead of having you, you know, go out there and put your shit out. Now you look stupid because your friends ain't tell you. You know what I'm saying, bro? You should have went back in and went harder or whatever. You know. So I definitely got certain people when I'm making new music. I'll send like, I probably got like 5 or 6 people I'll email tracks to, like, yo, what you think of this? What you think of that? You know what I'm saying? Would you write out to this? And they'll let me know off top. You know. So I think that's important to have that feedback.
So a question I like to ask is, where do you see yourself a year from now?
A year from now? I mean, ain't no telling, you know what I'm saying? Keep working, probably doing bigger shows, getting bigger fans, you know what I'm saying? Maybe signing some titties, you know, 2Official on a titty, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, sky's the limit, you know what I mean? I've been working for a minute, so I don't expect anything. At the same time, I don't think I'd be surprised by anything. You know what I mean? I'm just working as hard as I can right now. You know, whatever happens.
So you gonna kick something for the viewers right quick?
Yeah, I can do that, man. I can do that.
Ready.
All right. Look, guess who stepped in the building, coming with a style so appealing. All the bullshit got me stressed to the ceiling. Throw your hands high if you feel me, a maniac. Till I fade to black. No, I made mistakes, I can't take that back. No, I try so hard to follow my dream, but I keep staying awake like an insomniac. Have me losing focus, the feeling's hopeless, trying to keep from drowning, and no one noticed. Yeah, this that real shit, we all know this. Nothing like them songs on the radio, they don't promote this. How you gonna lose when you supposed to win? How we live right if we born to sin? Attitude like fuck them all, back against the wall like I feel the walls closing in. Yeah, JM2Official. Alright, it's your man JM2Official checking in. Y'all can find me on all social media platforms, all music streaming sites. JM2Official, just like the jersey, you feel me? Also, shout out On The Rise TV for having this interview, man. I really appreciate it. Keep doing your thing.
I've been dishonest, I'm not as good as I promise. I'm nobody's favorite rapper, I'm actually unacknowledged. Isn't this so ironic? Since I graduated college, it feels like nothing's accomplished. I'm speaking this from my conscience. Life is a bitch, ain't it, nigga? You ain't gon' make it far sitting there complaining, my nigga. You better get your own, that's why I float alone. Got me song to my zone, find my way away from home.